That the head of a fowl is small does not mean that the goat is older than her. My people have a saying that if you carry a load, you alone will bear the burden. This is a story of how expensive and unreasonable dowries left the ladies of Amagu unmarried. Enjoy the story. In the heart of a vibrant Igbo village, the village of Amagu, nestled between rolling hills and lush cassava fields, the people of Amagu are hardworking, nice and good people. But they have lots of unmarried young ladies in the village. And this was because the fathers of this village always place expensive and exorbitant dowries on their young daughters, making it difficult for young men to come and ask for their hands in marriage. And when the young men aren't capable of affording these outrageous bride price, they sadly leave. And that is why most of the damsels in the village, ripe for marriage, are not getting married. And there are even ladies getting old in their father's house because of their father's greedy requests. This has plagued the young girls of this village, making suitors to divert and go to another village, where one doesn't have to cut his neck to get married. Any man in Amago that has more of female children, he would be happy as one that has struck gold, because he would have already calculated how much he would get from each of his daughters' dowry. And even at that, the rates of each dowry differs. A girl that only went to high school has a price, and a university graduate will have a higher dowry on her head. So when you want to marry a girl that has gone to the university, you will have to pay through your nose. Now, in the village of Amagu, there lived a young man named Obiora and a beautiful woman named Ifenkili. Their love was as deep as the river that flowed through their village, and the laughter they shared could often be heard echoing beneath the broad leaves of the palm trees. They spent countless evenings under the stars, weaving dreams of a future together. Ifenkili graduated from the Polytechnic, where she studied English, while Obiora graduated from a university where he studied literature. Ifenkili was a teacher in the village, while Obiora worked in the museum. They were so in love, and one day Obiora proposed to Ifenkili and she agreed, and they decided to tell their families. Obiora went to tell his father about the girl he wanted to marry. His father, Mazi Beme, was happy for him because the young girl, Ifenkili, was a good girl. And according to their custom, the father of the man would not accompany him to go to the girl's family and inform them about their son's intention and request for the dowry. So Mazi Beme sent his brother to accompany Obiora to Ifenkili's family. But unfortunately for them, when they got there, they learned that Ifenkili's father, the respected elder Mazi Okonkwo, had set an exorbitant dowry for his daughter's hand. 300 yams, a dozen goats, 40 cartons of seaman aromatic schnapp, 100 pieces of high target Hollandaise wrapper, and 5 million naira. This was a heavy burden for Obiora, who wasn't earning much at the time because he only just got the job. And his father, Mazi Beme, was a farmer who was only beginning to make a name for himself in the village. Mazi Beme was a man of strength and pride, known for his wise counsel and fair judgment. When they got back from Mazi Okonkwo's compound, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the village, Obiora approached his father. "Father, I wish to marry Ifenkili, but her father demands a price that even a rich man would find hard to pay." Mazi Beme stroked his beard thoughtfully. "Wamwoke, you know that no true love should be measured by yams or goats. The heart knows no price. But I will speak to Mazi Okonkwo. We must be wise and respectful, for a hot head will attract the storm." The next day, Ibeme gathered his courage and made his way to Okonkwo's compound. The elder was seated on a wooden stool, surrounded by his friends, discussing the village's recent harvest. The air was thick with the scent of roasted corn and palm wine. "Okonkwo," Ibeme called out, stepping forward. "We need to talk about your daughter's dowry." Okonkwo looked up, his brow furrowed. "What is there to talk about, Ibeme? A man must pay what is right to honor my daughter. Ifenkili is worth more than yams and goats. Remember, she is educated and wise." "True, true," Ibeme replied. "But do you not know that love cannot be counted in yams? Let us not allow pride to sow discord between our families. A heart united is worth more than all the riches of the earth." The two men argued passionately, their voices rising like the roars of lions. "You think I will lower my daughter's worth? I will not," Okonkwo shot back. "A woman's value is not in the wealth she brings, but in her dignity and education. The sun does not set on a man who does not recognize the worth of his woman." Ibeme, unwilling to back down, responded, "It is a heavy burden you place on your daughter's heart. If the road to love is too steep, who will walk it? Remember, Okonkwo, a bird does not forget its nest." Okonkwo replied him while standing up. "Mazi Ibeme, whatever you say, I will not remove a kobo from that dowry. Have you seen my daughter, Ifenkili? Yes, I gave her that name because she is so precious. And that your son wants to marry her with peanuts? Mbano. A girl I worked hard to send to school. She went to high school. From there, she went to the polytechnic, got her ND1, ND2, HND1, HND2, and came out top of her class. And even the government gave her a job as a teacher. Ibeme, my daughter is expensive. Tell your son to go and look for the money. Or better still, you can sell a land. After all, your family has lots of it." Ibeme grew angry, now getting upset. "Okonkwo, where is it heard of that one needs to sell a land to get married? When you married your wife, which land did you sell? Okonkwo, which land did you sell, I ask you? Why are you turning your daughter to a commodity? Is she now for sale? Remember, Okonkwo, if the yam in a child's hand is too oily, a goat will snatch the yam from the child. Your concern should be about whom your daughter is getting married to, if she will be well taken care of. If a suitor pays this outrageous amount you are requesting, it is only a matter of time before they turn your daughter to a slave, because a whole lot will be expected of her. Bring down this price, Mukim, and allow these young lovers to be happy." As they were going back and forth, a kingmaker was passing by, the Onowu, he was respected by all. When he got to where the men were talking with raised voices, he inquired to know what was the matter, and after listening to them, he decided to take them to the king, Igwe Obatobie, who was known for his fairness, wisdom, and understanding, to settle the matter once and for all. Hello viewers, please, if you have watched till this moment, kindly like the video, comment, share, please subscribe to my channel, and also click the notification button, for I'll bring you lots of interesting, entertaining, and educative stories. Oh yes, please subscribe. Thank you. Now let us go back to the story and see how Igwe Obatobie handled the matter. The next day, the two fathers stood before the king, who listened patiently as they each presented their case. Okonkwo spoke first, emphasizing the importance of education and honor, while Ibeme appealed to the value of love and unity. After much deliberation, Igwe Obatobie raised his hand for silence, and when all were quiet, he began in grace and grandeur. Ndị be anyị ekene m unu. Ndị be anyị ekene m unu. Rienu, ṅụọnụ, taanụ, nọlụnụ. And they all echoed, Igwe. Then he continued, Hear me, men of Amagu. A dowry is a sign of respect, but it must not shackle love. When a man finds a woman, he loves her and is prepared to take care of her. A dowry shouldn't be an asunder, preventing young lovers from being together. Our people used to say that the one who has roasted yam and the one who has oil should live together. Look at our young damsels, ripe for marriage, but languishing in their fathers' houses because of unreasonable dowries. Who will marry them with such high dowries? My people of Amagu, this shouldn't be. Every man should know that a dowry is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is not a way out of poverty. We shouldn't sell our daughters. Remember that every forest that doesn't want monkeys should not grow bananas. And now, as the king of this village of Amagu, I make a decree. Let it be known that any girl's marriage should be set at an affordable price, regardless of her educational background. It is better to have a union built on love than one buried beneath the weight of material goods. The crowd erupted in cheers. The king's words echoed through the village, bringing hope to many young lovers like Obiora and Ifenkili. Their eyes met across the gathering, filled with joy and gratitude. With the burden of the dowry lifted, Obiora approached Ifenkili. I will love you as long as the sun shines and the rivers flow, he declared. With your hand, I seek the future. As the wedding day approached, Mazi Okonkwo and Mazi Beme found respect for each other. They worked together to prepare for the celebration. As they shared stories and laughter, a friendship blossomed. On the day of the wedding, the village was adorned with colorful decorations, and the sound of drums filled the air. Obiora and Ifenkili stood before their families and friends, their hearts beating as one. Then Mazi Okonkwo, with a smile, placed a beaded necklace around his daughter's neck, symbolizing her new journey. Ibeme followed, placing his hand on Obiora's shoulder, a sign of his approval and love. And as they exchanged vows, the elders recited Proverbs, blessings floating like petals in the wind. Two heads are indeed better than one, they said, and where there is unity, there is strength. With joy in their hearts, Obiora and Ifenkili danced into their new life, while their fathers stood aside, no longer as rivals, but as friends, united by the love of their children. And so, in that vibrant Igbo village of Amagu, love triumphed over pride, and the laughter of Obiora and Ifenkili filled the air, a reminder that the true measure of love is not in yams or in goats, but in the hearts it unites. And so it happened that after the king gave the decree, the young ladies of Amagu began to get married. Suitors began to come in their numbers, asking for their hands in marriage, and the people felt relieved from the greedy burden of outrageous bride price. Here ends the story. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.